We here at the Crowject are deeply saddened by the news that was broken today, just before our recording, about the passing of former Crows AFLW Premiership player Heather Anderson. We want to extend our most sincere condolences to friends, families, and teammates of Heather's. The news came through today just as we were recording the run sheet, and obviously it rocked us. This sort of thing is just hard to hear and not much fun. So, like I say, deepest, most sincere condolences to anyone who was connected to Heather in any way, and of course to all AFLW Crows fans.
This is Ben Keys, and you're listening to the Crowject podcast.
Here's Gill. Oh, look, this might go through. It could be the ugliest goal we've ever seen. Oh, yeah, it's magnificent. That's not in the textbook, but it's his third.
To win showdown 51. Kicks from 45. Starts right, but it's coming back. The Crows win. It's a miracle.
Walker needs to kick accurately, and he has. Oh, what a lift of the excitement machine, McLeod. Left foot goal. Oh, no, Towie. He's a superstar. Towie. Oh, bounces straight up.
Hello and welcome to episode 189 of the Crowject podcast.
Oh.
Thank you as always to our sponsors in Trojan Aluminium and Nathaniel's Coffee and Paninis. And Nathaniel's had some big news actually at the moment.
First of all, there's merch.
There is merch. If you're watching this right now on our YouTube channel.
And we love
you
long
can
sleeve
see-
merch. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, we do.
That is just beautiful. It's a very nice shirt actually. I quite like it. It's
Cream will not like this one. The Dylan.
It's like,
The Dylan.
Dylan. Oof. So this one.
That is a deep cut reference there.
So this so that one has the Dylan, which is one of Nathaniel's beautiful paninis on it. This one is also the Dylan.
Much like a competition,
very-
Dylan's everywhere.
It's very good shirts.
But it's not just the shirts, is it, Elodie?
It is not just the shirts. What else is it?
They're opening a new store on Green Hill
Yes,
Road.
they're opening a new store. Are we going to go record there as well? I hope so. We can mix it up. Opening a new store. Nathaniel's Portavia, which is opening 229 Green Hill Road. So check that out when they open up. The paninis here are excellent. I'm sure the paninis there will also be excellent. And the merch. So yeah, get on it. Support our sponsors. Well, I think we've already all had a bit of a chin wag, but we'll go around the table anyway. Hello, Ben.
Hello, how you going?
Well, not too bad actually. How are you?
Very well.
You had a day off today, did you?
Certainly did.
Oh,
did
that's
nothing
nice
at all.
to hear. Oh. And Lleyton, how are you
Hello.
going?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, very good.
Good after a win.
Yeah. You didn't ask me how I was going.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, right.
And Damon, welcome.
Thank you, Elodie. How are you?
I'm quite well, thank you.
Good to hear.
All right.
See, that's how it's done, boys.
Yeah, come on. Some basic manners. Let's jump straight into it. Hey, let's talk about our semi-final versus Collingwood. What were the scores there, Ben?
They were Adelaide 3-5-23 to Collingwood 1-5-11.
Yeah, so we're continuing on that last quarter dominance at Unley Oval.
I told you last week they wouldn't score in the last.
No one scored, yeah. To be fair, no one really scored much in the whole second half of that game,
Yeah.
including us.
When the conditions were good, scoring bad.
Yeah, exactly. Just stepping back a minute to selection for that game. So we've got here on the run sheet, no Randall.
Yeah.
What happened there, Lleyton?
Well, she passed the concussion tests, and after unseen footage on the ground, the AFLW, I think, stepped in.
I think it was, yeah. And she has come out since and basically said, if they didn't catch me with that camera footage, I'd be playing.
Yeah.
Because she passed everything the club asked her to do. But I think they just went a bit with the optics and just went, no, can't have you stumbling around like that after a head knock.
Yeah.
What do doctors know? You know, we five
At the
people.
time on the ground, we saw the cameras.
We saw we saw the view. You know, I mean, the AFL's got such a good luck with making important decisions using cameras that they've installed. But they had one look at that footage and went, nah, she's too crook to play. Anyway, we won, so it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit unfortunate, but hey, she's just had a week rest and be back strong for the prelim, I guess.
It's probably not a bad thing considering she's coming back from a long-term injury anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
Just have that extra week to.
And can you imagine too, with the injury she had, having to play in the quicksand in the marsh that they were going to be playing in? She might have aggravated
And
something.
the lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's talk a bit about that. So the game was originally delayed for, was it half an hour? Because there was lightning strikes within 10 kilometers of the ground or something,
That's
which I don't know if I don't know what they were thinking there, because I think there was lightning strikes 10
It was
kilometers from the
everywhere.
ground.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
You couldn't escape
There's
it.
thousands.
So it was delayed half an hour, and then we had the first quarter played before another big downpour. So then we had another half hour or so delay, didn't we?
Yeah.
Before the rest of the game was played out, and actually pretty good weather to be like in comparison. But by that point, the ground was already just a slosh.
Yeah.
So
The puddles were so deep that, you know when you look at a puddle and you go, oh, that grass is a bit watery. No, this was like reflective surface. Like it looked like a lake sitting on the actual.
Where is the grass?
Exactly. Yeah.
Basically needing a snorkel just to go for a dive mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was obviously an obstacle that we had to overcome. It would be really just weird that the whole stop-start thing and not knowing, being told we might not even resume playing today. It was just a bit chaotic. What Damon was mentioning off air. Who was it that was in the knee-deep water?
Sodas.
yeah.
So taking off his shoes and really getting into it.
Real Basil's Empress vibes.
Oh, massively.
Yeah, it's not the sand. You get into the flood water. Yeah.
What won't that man do? It's you can tell that there was a producer somewhere just going like, oh, look at this size. Sodas, come and stand in the puddle. And Sodas is going, I'm not getting these pants or these expensive Italian shoes ruined. So he's gone in barefoot and he's standing there with a mic and an umbrella. And the photo is classic of him just up to his shins in water. But I reckon if you study that photo, you could probably find 9 other drier places for him to stand.
Yeah.
But the point was made.
It was a puddle. It wasn't lake. Like it was. It's like we weren't playing in the middle of them. Although it was just horrific. And part of the issue with it, and this is where, forgive me, but I'm about to go on a rant around how we don't look after the AFLW enough. There were so many issues that came out of this. Just so many. Like we were talking before about the fact that they could delay the game by half an hour, then they could delay it by 20 more minutes. Because it's a final, they needed a result. They were getting towards the point where if it was a regular season match, they would have called it off and announced a draw. Yeah.
But because it's a final, they needed a result. And Collingwood are flying home the next day in the afternoon. And they were going, Unley's available, it's a party hire venue, like it's a hall for your 18th. Oh, it's available the next day if you need to.
But there's no light, so you can't play at night.
Exactly. So they were literally getting to the point where they're like, well, this game just might get called off anyway because of the bad lighting, because we're playing at grounds that don't have sufficient lighting. And more than that, they didn't have enough ground crew there to mop up the water effectively.
Yeah.
So
So they just kept playing.
Or they just had
in
to
the
play through
puddles.
it. Yeah. So you'll see it in like major sporting events where they get a downpour like this. They'll literally run out with brooms and big soaker things and tubes and stuff and science and suck up as much groundwater as they can. With this, they reckon it was like 3 people just trying to get to the worst of it. Yeah. And it's
And then as soon as they resumed, like you could see every time they run, it was just a big splash.
Yeah, it was terrible, wasn't it?
Shocking.
Yeah, there was certainly no bounces.
I think someone tried to bounce.
Was it
Ponter? Yeah, it was Ponter
Yeah.
running towards goal, tries to take a bounce. Like,
Oh, that's ambitious.
you're bouncing, the ball would be underwater. Like, where
I
to
was
go?
waiting for it to come back
It's
to the
just-
surface.
Yeah, that's it. You have to wait for it to float its way back up.
Yeah, it's not going to bounce. It's floating up.
But yeah, I thought it was funny. Like, every AFLW game that's low scoring, you get those people on Facebook that obviously didn't watch the game, especially in this case, that are like, oh, it's even more low scoring than soccer. And it's like, they were playing in a swimming pool. Like, relax, mate.
I'd like to see you do it, mate.
Yeah. But other than obviously a very scrappy game given the conditions, but we got off to a good start. Was it EJ? Was it your mate EJ that got that first goal?
Certainly was.
We've been good at getting goals within the first 20 seconds of the game the last few weeks.
Yeah,
haven't
back
we?
to back. First Ponter last week in 19 seconds.
Yeah,
And this was 17 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Do you reckon with this one, though, there was a mood of, all right, girls, this game might not happen. So
Quick.
quick. Yeah, just get some
on the
numbers on the
board.
board.
And, that proved to be the difference, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
really
a good
did.
point. Yeah, because there was a very low scoring game, which is understandable.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. And our other goals to Hatchie and Whiteley, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our usual culprits didn't really hit the board, though they were around it, Ponter and Woodland. I think Woodland kicked 2 behinds.
Yeah.
Not a game for Woodland.
Yeah,
Not
no.
a game for a fullback.
She was on the end of a good end-to-end play where she was
yeah.
sliding into the water to take a mark.
Though on the subject of not a good game for those types of players, Caitlin Gould killed it in that game.
She did.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it is
Dominated.
It is not the type of weather a ruckman would usually like, but she was all over it. She was all around it.
Back to the changes.
Wasn't she?
McKinnon was the one left out.
Oh yes.
So the onus was put on Gould to be the number 1 ruck.
And she took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both hands.
I mean,
Yeah,
part of
that's
me wonders if when your coach is one of the best pure ruckman the game's ever seen, and goes, right, you're carrying the ruck today. You go, geez, no pressure. You think I'm okay. All right, here we go. Speaking of Montana McKinnon, we have an exclusive with her coming up tomorrow afternoon. So that'll be dropping in the next couple of days, which is very exciting. And I'm going to ask her whether or not we use the term ruckman, ruckwoman, or ruck. Because
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest, whenever this
a good point.
pops up, I never know what to say.
Just say
Yeah.
tapping player.
Tapping
the
player.
tapper.
The tall one.
The tall, yeah.
The tapper. I like the tapper actually.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds nice. But yes, our tapper, Caitlin Gould, she played a very good game. Her stats? They were good. She had 14 touches, 12 kicks. I think that's more kicks than Rob probably had all year.
Yeah.
Or more kicks that hit a target, maybe. 3 marks.
Yeah. Those marks are valuable in the wet.
Oh, yeah.
Very.
Yeah, definitely.
That was something, sorry, Elodie, I know you're looking at stats, but that was something that really impressed me, actually. We were very, very clean with ball in hand, and we were very good at getting back and taking marks, and the usual Bedells. And actually, Stevie Lee Thompson was someone that stood out to me.
Yeah,
on the wing,
yeah, she
really
was
worked
really
really
good.
hard.
actually.
Worked really hard, and there was a couple of times where she just went for a run when it was needed, or she just put the ball
Yeah.
on the toe when it was needed. She
With the ball. Not just go for a run.
No, that's it. Stevie, where are you going? No, she was excellent. And part of me was thinking, like, well, she's from the territory, isn't she? Or is she from Queensland? She's from somewhere hot and humid.
She's from the territory, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I think got heritage or originally from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay.
But played football. Oh no, played rugby
Played
up in
rugby,
territory. Yeah.
yeah.
She
Right.
was the first player I ever interviewed. So
I was there that day, I
You were
remember.
there that day.
You don't remember
I was-
anything about it, though.
No, I
I
remember
remember nothing. I remember me,
shaking and sweating.
yeah, me and
That's all we
Damon
did.
being very nervous.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was all.
Yeah. No, but she was amazing. And part of me did think, she's used to playing in wet conditions coming from the tropics. So she's just
Yeah.
smashing through it.
Yeah.
If there wasn't a big pool in the pocket, she almost kicked that goal in the last quarter where she
Yes.
needed
Yeah.
to pick it up, but couldn't swim through the puddle.
Yeah, no, that was a bit.
I mean,
She's
didn't
getting-
train for this.
Well, where she's from, there's usually crocs in that level of water. So she's just going, no, danger. If you don't drive through it, don't swim in it.
I think there was some smart coaching moves too. Like there was putting the extra at the contest, like at the stoppages, which I thought was good. Which a lot of the time was Abby Ballard, and I think it was good to have that big
Bit of
body.
bash and
there.
crash.
Yeah, exactly. So
Because a lot of this game, it was like a lot of players were sort of trying to keep their feet and pick up the ball at the same time.
Yep.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And Abby Ballard's just like, I haven't got time for this. Just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, that's it. Let's just.
And it's worth mentioning too that Marinoff was held really well through this game. They
She
was,
put a lot of
yeah.
work into her. So who steps up but Hatchie? And just
Yeah, exactly. It's one or the other, really, isn't it?
That's
You
it.
can tag one out of the game, but the other one's just going to take over. And
But Noffy still worked hard with 13 tackles. Like, she wasn't getting the ball, but she was stopping the tagger from doing anything
She's
about
a
it.
beast.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
She really is.
Imagine being tagged out of the game but still having so much influence in the game. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm.
God, she's
But yeah,
good.
back to Gould. She had 6 tackles as well and 28 hitouts,
Yeah,
which is
it's impressive.
18 better than the Collingwood ruckman.
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
Tapper.
Collingwood Tapper.
Tapper.
Yeah.
Thank
Tapper, yeah.
We've decided that's the only non-gender specific
Yeah.
name we can use.
Does
for
that sound like a dancer or?
Well, now it does. I don't know.
I like it.
All right.
The Tapper.
I'm asking Montana McKinnon tomorrow night. Whatever she says, we're going with, and I'll bring up Tapper with her. We'll see what she thinks about Tapper.
She just says Montana.
Yeah,
Call every ruckman Montana.
Montana from now on.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Oh my god.
Any other comments about the game from anyone?
Good win. We're still alive.
Good win. 2 thumbs
Yes.
up. We made a prelim.
Yeah. What's this on the run sheet, Ben, about Mrs. McLean smells a rat? Is this more of your mum's news breaking?
Yeah,
coming
back to
it?
the Randall decision by the AFLW not to play.
She wasn't overly happy with the decision for Randall to miss, and a couple
Fair.
of the Collingwood players played after they probably could have been in concussion protocol. So I'll read it direct from
Okay.
Woke.
Here we go.
Mum says...
This is becoming a segment in and of itself, by the way. Like you need more segments.
I just bring the content. Mum said, that's garbage about Randall missing. Just watch the press conference and smells of the AFL wanting us to lose. Let's see if the 2 Collingwood players that were said to be under concussion protocols play. Call me cynical, but I smell a rat. And those 2 Collingwood players did indeed play, which is interesting.
So what, they were also under clouds of concussion, or they were...
Yeah, under clouds of they had to go through the protocols, but they didn't have new vision found.
See, maybe they need us to look harder for the vision.
Yeah.
The Vic bias was in the way.
That is Vic bias for sure.
It is weird that like the doctors did everything, followed all the precautions, but still wasn't allowed to play. Like, I guess it's good to err on the side of caution, but
and of course
it's just not very consistent with those other players.
And you know, if the AFLW, if the footage, because I think the footage, I haven't seen it, but can we find the footage? Is it out there? I don't know.
No, I don't think they released a different angle or whatever.
So if they were to, or if it came out and then people
like what
saw,
they made the decision on,
and people saw her play the next week, that would look bad. I get that, but
they're not even releasing it.
No.
Means what? It was just from the broadcast? Or?
And how many doctors watched it with, I don't know.
Was it one of those things that the AFL, like Collingwood, went to 10 different doctors?
Quite possibly.
To try and get, look at this vision.
I mean,
tell me she's concussed.
It is Collingwood. Like, I wouldn't put it past Collingwood doing something like this.
To find that one dodgy doctor. Give you $100 if you say she's concussed.
But I heard about these other players of yours who got concussed.
No. Don't worry about that.
Our doctors have said they're fine.
Yeah.
Let's see the footage. Oh, we lost it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, God.
I guess while we're on the topic, we may as well talk about the other game that got played. Richmond going down in straight sets.
Oh.
Cream, if you're out there and you're well, show us some signs of life, but also cop that. He would love that.
He would love that. Richmond went down to North Melbourne 74-38.
Yeah.
Comparatively very high scoring game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually quite a good game. It was looking fairly close in the first quarter. And then North Melbourne sort of blew them out of the water in the second quarter and they couldn't recover. So, good on him.
Cop that, Richmond.
So now North play after coming from, was it 8th they finished?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
That's
finishing
right,
8th and playing Melbourne in the prelim.
Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. It's a winnable game really for them.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Especially if they carry this form. They had 4 players who kicked 2 goals and another player who kicked 1 goal 4 and then 2 others who kicked 1 goal 1. So they're
spreading the load, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, that's what we were saying last week, that these teams were relying too much on one player.
Yeah.
And what did Brennan get?
Oh,
Katie
yeah.
Brennan from the Tigers.
What did she get? Good question. She kicked 1 goal 1.
Yeah.
See, that's your problem there.
Yeah.
Relying on
That's
Brennan
not
too
going to
much.
win you games.
It is not. So, yeah.
Wasn't there
Congrats.
controversy around where this game got played?
So it was played at the Swinburne Centre, which is that
Richmond.
It's Richmond's home ground, yeah.
And then they locked people out because there was a capacity limit or something.
Really?
Because
It's sold out, yeah.
Yeah, it's sold out. But they may have been able to fit more if they would have been able to fit more if they moved it to a different ground. But it's Richmond's. It was Richmond's home game, which is why they played it there.
Yeah. So I think there were talks about moving it to Marble Stadium, I think, late last week. But
meanwhile, we play in a subpar stadium that's a dog park during the day that doesn't have proper lighting. And they're just like...
And it's half swimming pool.
Yeah.
Half swimming pool.
Far out. We need Thebby to be built, man. We need it built quickly. You know? Desperately need that new oval.
Yeah, it didn't work anyway for Tigers. They got the home ground advantage.
But I also look at it and go, well, if they earn the home ground advantage, they play at their home ground, whether it's big enough or small.
It was hard week. They really didn't want to play at Marvel.
No,
they hate
hate travelling.
Please no.
Too far.
Our fans hate getting the extra tram stop. Oh. To be fair, it is a hole. Anyway, I don't know.
Let's. Do you want to look forward to the prelims next week, and let's have a chat about those. So we touched on the fact that the other prelim is going to be Melbourne
v North
Melbourne. What's everyone's predictions for that one?
Well, I think, did they come out and say they're playing at Icon Park?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what that changes because it's Collingwood's home ground. I mean, Carlton's home ground.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing
But Melbourne did win against us there, so they're in a bit better form. But who knows?
The only thing that's going to change is that because Melbourne played against us there, and they've just got to get used to watching two teams with Melbourne in their name play with a huge Carlton logo in all of the shots.
Yeah.
I think Melbourne, they've had the week off, but North Melbourne did look really impressive.
And really good form.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on the Roos. Like you said 2 or 3 weeks ago, they're one of those teams who have a lot of good players, and if they get on a roll, they're very dangerous.
Yep.
So I think they might roll through Melbourne, to be perfectly honest.
Cool. No, I think that'd be good for the comp, someone different.
Yeah, and that'll be good for us if we make it, because that means
We'd be the higher ranked team.
We'd be the higher ranked team, and it'll be played in Adelaide. In theory.
In theory. They still haven't got a clue about grand final venues.
That's it.
Because if we'll get to the Brisbane Crows game predictions, but if Brisbane win, they won't be able to play at Metricon where the prelim is being played because of a Guns N' Roses concert on the day of the grand final.
Far out.
Paradise City.
Rude.
And there's no way knowing they'll get into the Gabba.
No.
Wait,
no.
is
Well,
the
this is their
grand-
second option, is Metricon. And
That's
still gonna play
you're right.
there.
Sorry. Yeah, good point.
Okay. Is the grand final a Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. I think it's
Okay.
What's the date? 26th maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
Move it to the Sunday. Whatever. No, I'm not even. I'm not even. If I start ranting about this, I won't stop.
Couldn't they play at the same time as the Guns N' Roses? They could do like a double event or something.
Yes.
Guns N' Roses could
Could.
just do the halftime show.
Yes.
Then everyone's happy.
And then they
That's
do
a
the
good
after match
idea.
as well. Love it. I don't see a loser.
No, me neither.
Nah.
Before halftime.
No, I see the loser. Crows lost then.
Yeah, good point.
Well, that's not what we want.
Yeah, that is no.
And a whole bunch of middle-aged men that don't want to watch women's footy are going to be quite annoyed about that. I say let's do it. Sounds great.
Actually, they won't have to worry about it because we're winning this week anyway. So
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Oof.
Lock it
You
you
in.
don't need Metricon. It's all right.
We don't need a plan B if plan A is so strong.
Exactly. Worry about Unley Oval instead.
Get that place up to code.
If we get the 3 staff sweeping the water now, we just might make it.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. Yeah. Should we go down and volunteer right now? We're not too far away.
I think so.
Yeah. Lend a hand.
So, going back to our game, which is going to be played on Friday night at
Yes.
Metricon, 7:10 p.m. versus Brisbane. Let's talk about, do you guys think there's going to be any changes? We don't have any forced changes? Do we have any injuries from the game? Other than, of course, Randall coming back. I guess that counts.
So
as a
who will
forced
come
change.
out for Randall, basically, would be the main change.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well,
Well, Rachel
Rachich
came in.
yeah.
Yeah,
and
but she
Partner
played
for the
well.
other partner.
She did play well. She didn't get a lot of the ball, but
Yeah,
she
did
was
play
quiet,
well.
like
Have that bit of experience in the
That-
back line.
defensive. Yeah.
Do you reckon that'd be
As a defender, she was defensive. No.
But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe only one of the partnership can be playing
Yeah.
at once.
I
so-
imagine that's a really tough conversation at home. Just like,
Yeah.
Ratchet gets dropped and then Chelsea walks in the room and goes, "You okay?" And she's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know. I'm also wondering if they go with the 2 ruckman because they dropped McKinnon for this game, which is a great move considering the weather.
So it's just how we match up to Brisbane, where I think from memory they have a lot of tall forwards.
I think it's a good idea to bring McKinnon in then,
Yeah.
just for that extra bit of height. And we're not gonna. Queensland haven't copped the same amount of rain that Southeast Australia has, so should be better conditions to play 2 talls. But yeah, apart from that, I can't see too many. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be playing Ratchich, honestly, because she played really well on the weekend.
I'm just looking at the stats. Like Ratchich and Mueller are the 2, and Whiteley are the 3 people with the least amount of possessions.
Yeah.
But Ratchich played well. Whiteley kicked a goal, and Mueller's the Phillips replacement.
Yeah.
and she looked good as well in defence. That left foot,
Yeah.
a lot of attack on the ball. So I don't know.
It's a hard game to drop anyone after because
Yeah.
it's like there's conditions and everything. Everyone just put up such a good fight, and
And they've put up a lot of time playing tic-tac-toe during the breaks.
yeah, exactly. So that's really like important training.
That's what I want my footballers. Yeah, solitaire ability.
Just looking at the weather, we certainly won't have to deal with any rain. The next 4 days on the Gold Coast are actually 0% precipitation. So
There you go.
Should be right.
Oh,
Beautiful.
man, from rainy days to sunny days.
Yeah.
Very good. So I think they'll look at whether we go the 2 rucks again.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure who comes out for Randall. I mean, someone has to, but I don't know. not sure.
I'm glad it's not our decision. Honestly, like, good luck, Doc Clark.
Yeah, we don't give
Yeah,
any
that's
suggestions. Just leave it to the team.
No, like they listen.
That's it. But going around the table, Ben, who do you think wins by how much, and who is, I don't know, best on ground, kicks the most goals, whatever you want to predict. Predict something else.
I really want to say that we'll win, but I just don't think we will. Brisbane by 25 points.
Ooh, 25.
Yeah, and I'll go Woodland for the most goals for us.
Yeah,
It's
good call.
Yeah. What did we lose to them by a couple of weeks ago, the last round?
A lot.
Yeah, like 30.
We lost by
35.
22 points, 53 to 31, but we did score a couple goals late.
And early.
Yeah.
But just not in the middle when they were scoring.
Yeah.
When it was their turn, it was really their turn.
Yeah. But this does feel like the carbon copy of that game because it's on a Friday night again.
Yeah.
It's at Metricon Stadium again. So hopefully we've learned from something. But yeah, Brisbane look very strong.
Look
They've
very
had the
good,
week
don't
off. I'll go Crows. Come on.
Gotta be
Yeah.
positive about it.
I would go extra time, but no. I'm confident. Crows by a point. And then,
Jesus.
I can't do that.
and then
Not
leading
a
goal
fan.
kicker to be Randall coming back.
Sure.
Why not? You know,
Yeah.
just bomb him from half back. Figure out.
I don't know. I'm probably more along the lines of Lleyton in that I'm going to tip the Crows, but that's where my heart is. My head is where yours has been because they're in red hot form. They've had the week off. They haven't had to play in a swamp like we did. Randall comes back in, but she comes back in after a stop start and injury interruptions and blah blah blah. Like she's a superstar. She could come out and just get a 30 possession game, 4-goal game,
But it won't stop Brisbane's dominance if they get on top.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna go the Crows in a tight one. Crows by 6, but I've got zero confidence going into this.
Yeah, I think I'm sort of on the same page as you guys. That I want to tip the Crows, and I will tip the Crows.
Yeah.
But I don't have too much confidence about it.
The least confident tipping.
It's just-
we got three yeses to a win, one no, but
Yeah, Brisbane have just been dominant. Did they lost again? How many games did they lose this
lost
season?
once
They lost
against
Once to Richmond.
Yeah.
Oh, who then went out in straight sets. So technically,
Yeah.
Brisbane are bad because Richmond couldn't even win a
Yeah,
final.
we won
so-
against Richmond. So
Exactly. So
even though we
yeah,
lost
maths in
against
your
them,
head. Yeah. We can-
Drawing a long bow, but I like it.
yeah.
I would like to see Rachel stay in the team and go up against what's that girl's name that kicks all the goals for Brisbane?
Wardlaw.
Wardlaw,
yeah.
yeah. I'd like to see that as a matchup actually. So
Well, that'd be good because you'd assume Randall would go straight to her or Allen.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
get Ratchich to
I
her and
can-
free up Chelsea to go play in the midfield.
We've got like three or four different key matchups to put on her, so I don't think there'll be one
Yeah.
play because we've got like Prowse, who's a
Bedell.
good tool player,
Yeah.
Dell, Allen,
yeah. So, yeah,
and Randall's
just-
been playing like everywhere basically.
Wherever
So-
she wants to.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Wherever she sees the need, she just rolls in.
Where do you reckon
Yeah.
Doc puts the magnet on the board? Is it just like he has some sort of mechanism that just makes it float around?
Yeah.
Wherever.
Yeah.
I
Just
think
go wherever you want.
I reckon he just lays out all the other magnets and then just goes Chelsea. Just
You're on the field.
yeah, exactly. Throws her the magnet. where are you feeling, Chelsea? What do you?
All right, we'll move around. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's sort of a pin the tail on the donkey thing.
Yeah.
Blindfold on her, spin around a few times.
You want to
and-
play in the back pocket or the forward pocket? We don't mind.
Rock, fine. You can be the tapper. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm going to go Crows by 11 points.
Nice.
And I'm going to go my mate Abby Ballard to kick the most goals.
Yes.
Last
Nice.
time I tipped that, she had a cracker of a game. So let's keep that going.
Oh, I'll tip Ponta. Sorry, to kick most goals.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
All
Is she going to beat the record again off of Eloise Jones for the quickest goal?
Yes.
It's going to be 15 seconds this time. We'll
Yeah,
just keep
why not?
rolling.
We've got to do it
Yeah.
3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
You gotta keep on
Chelsea Randall
smashing that
wins the
record.
tap. Thompson puts a handball to Hatchard, who puts it straight to Ponta, who runs, takes 5 unnecessary bounces.
And all this under 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Jeez.
that's a quick play. It took you longer than 15 seconds to talk it out.
Just on that stat, I read
Oh,
a
God.
tweet just as I was reading through the news. So the fastest opening goals in AFLW, we know Danielle Ponta, Eloise Jones second. Third, we also have Kelly Gibson from the first grand final.
Oh,
21
Which was
seconds.
at Metricon Stadium.
It was too.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah.
We got good form.
We have.
Still the
Yeah.
weirdest grand final in hindsight, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. so odd if ever you get to watch the footage back, because the Crows still haven't released a DVD of the grand finals.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have for the second.
Nope.
Have they not?
Nope.
No, none of them.
Nope. None of them.
Get on that.
Get on it.
Stern words from Damon and Ben. There was some finger pointing and everything. You're not watching.
But you can check it out on the Jeff Albertson YouTube channel, I would suggest.
Probably.
If it hasn't taken it down.
At least the highlights. I'm not sure if the full one, if I can put the full one up there,
Sure.
but I think the highlights are on there.
I think that's how I actually watched the game.
Yeah.
To be honest, Lleyton, but yeah, someone at AFL HQ is ripping it down right now or sending you a cease and desist. But
So, I guess good luck to the Crows.
Yes.
Tune in on Friday night to watch that one and see us get into another grand final, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, all of us except Ben, who doesn't believe in us.
Hey, I'm still hoping to watch that. But
We're just going to have a quick chat about our Patreon. If anyone would like to sign up to our Patreon, there's some really cool stuff you can get over there.
Ooh.
It's like our Obscure Crow episodes. We've recently just done one about Laddams, which has just been released.
It's just been released
Yeah.
on Patreon.
Yeah, so that was an interesting one. That was one of your ones, wasn't it, Lleyton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Leighton's are always
always seems to end in a legal case. I don't know.
Yeah, there's always some weird story. We've started releasing a few of the Obscure Crows publicly as well. So if you want to have a listen before you commit to signing up for the couple
have
of
a little
dollars a month,
taste.
Try
have a
before you
taste.
buy.
Yeah, exactly. There's a very nice one about Pesh on there at the moment. So have a listen to that if you like it. Sign up, get the whole, the whole box set. There's about 25 or so on there. 25. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's not on DVD though. Sorry, Damon.
unbelievable. Get on it. Sort it out.
Also on Patreon, you can find some pre-rolls. So it's just basically us talking crap before we start recording.
Yeah.
The stuff that we can't really release to the public, but we show you and the promise that you won't sue us. And Damon and Lleyton, your show, Get Your Crow On. How's that coming along?
Well, actually, Lleyton was messaging me today with a couple of jumper leaks, which are coming out, and we're, suffice to say, not excited for the first episode of Get Your Crow On because
Firstly, no changes to the Crows Guernseys.
which no news is good news there.
Yeah.
But other clubs have already stuffed it up.
Yep.
So that's great, excellent. North Melbourne again. What are they thinking?
It's the club.
It's
just the club.
It
Honestly.
really is. They don't deserve nice things at this point.
That's why they keep stuffing it up. They're like, you know
There you
what? We don't deserve a good jumper, so
That's
we're
it.
going to make it look like shit.
It's just what do you call it? Masochistic, where we don't deserve nice things, and then they hit themselves with their terrible jumpers. Anyway, but Get Your Crow On, where we talk all things jumpers and normally Adelaide Crow stuff, but there will be we'll do a pre-season 2023.
Yeah.
Have a look. Yep.
So if you want to hear two men criticize what some other men are wearing, go for it.
No,
No,
sometimes
that's the tagline. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Sometimes we do the women's game.
Oh, good,
Yeah,
good.
which is
Two
far
men
more problematic.
criticizing women. Maybe let's not bring that up. I also follow the Crowject over on all our socials. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got YouTube, where you can catch the video version of this if you're just listening. We're waving to you right now. Hello. And we've got a tiki-toki that we don't really use. Sorry. We will get on
We
that. though.
sometimes use. Yeah.
Sometimes we use it, yeah. And we've obviously got a Facebook page, and we've got our Patreon's Facebook chat on Messenger, which is always a good time if you want to sign up and have a chat to all of us. There's always a bit of chaos going on in there. So you can sign up at patreon.com/Crowject. If you want to grab any of our merch, where can you go, Ben?
You can head to crowject.bigcartel.com, where you can receive cordy hats, beanies, scarves, stickers, air fresheners, garden stake shirts.
Yes.
You
In
think of
exchange
it-
for money, we'll give you that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't just have it.
No. Unless you're a patron who gets stickers.
Yeah. And a bottle opener
Yeah.
and a lanyard.
Yeah, exactly. And can you tell us about the book that you can also get there, Lleyton?
Yes, you can get The Fabric of Our Club, which is still available, which is the history of Guernseys, and make the perfect Christmas gift, guys. Get on it.
Oh, you got it.
Get it on early so you can get it. You can receive it via post. $59, or you can also go to Sports Card World in the city, Shop 5 Regent Arcade. They stock it there as well.
Lovely. And like we've all said it before, but just a beautiful book, just so aesthetically pleasing.
It really is.
It is.
We've got some upcoming stuff on Patreon, some more AFLW interviews.
Yeah,
Damon is
McKinnon.
catching up with Montana McKinnon, so
Yep.
get
Lead
your eyes peeled for that.
tapper.
Lead tapper of the Crom. And we're always recording more obscure Crow episodes too, so get around that. Do we have the names of the Patreons to thank? I'm getting lots of head shakes right now, but yeah, you'll know who you are. Thank you very much for supporting us. And if anyone can chuck a couple of dollars our way to keep the lights on here at Crowject and Nathaniel's, let us know.
Worth mentioning too, we're also now sponsoring the Rainbow Crows. So if you are contributing on Patreon, you're helping with that fantastic organisation as well.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We will jump into the news.
Cue sound effect that we don't have.
Oh, God.
Just pick a random one.
I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good news sound effect. All right, let's jump into the news. So, AFL Magic Round in SA. I've got Damon explained yourself in brackets here on the run sheet. Damon, explained yourself.
Well, it sounds like I already did. Okay, I'm assuming this is in reference to me criticising it all last time I was on the pod.
Yeah, this is a couple of weeks ago before.
Yeah,
it was announced.
We roasted it in the day after they announced it.
I'm still happy to roast it because at no point did we sit here saying it won't happen. I think I flat out said it's a bad idea. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just really negative about it. I am really negative about it. Maybe I'm too pessimistic. I don't know. Because since then, it's been like I've had people messaging me saying it sounds like a great thing for SA footy and puts us on the map. I just keep seeing Fremantle versus the Gold Coast on a Sunday afternoon at Norwood Oval in front of less than 1,000 people.
So it's the same as when it's at Metricon.
Yeah. But then
bigger crowd, probably.
And then Damien Barrett writes up an article about, look, South Australians, if you're not going to turn up to these things, then you're not going to have them. Like I can just see it happening, you know? And they can't possibly play all the games at Adelaide Oval, which is really, considering all the issues we're having with AFLW, the only fit-for-purpose stadium that we've really got in this state. And we're a state of 1 million people. Like, we can't be expected to have more than what we've got. I don't know. I can just see the negative headlines already, and people won't travel here for it. That's my biggest concern. I think they keep thinking, everyone's going to pour in to Adelaide to come and watch it.
Well, there was, I can't remember the number, but a fair chunk of supporters from other teams definitely come, but it's whether they all come at once.
Yeah,
is what we're sort of relying on.
And it's the there are some fan bases that just don't travel that well anyway.
Yeah.
So like a Freo. No, I'm probably selling Freo pretty short there. They probably will, but
Gold Coast
and GWS have got no travelling fans.
They got none to travel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they're going to have to be matched up against someone big.
Yeah.
Collingwood, Carlton, Essendon. They've all got fans here in SA, so they'll do well. There'll probably be 4 or 5 games that do really well.
Yeah, so it's released that it's going to be in round 5 next year. They've added a game to next season's fixture, so there's going to be 23 games for every team. And there's going to be 6 games at Adelaide Oval and then 3 somewhere else. So that could be regional, that could be SNFL clubs.
Yeah.
There might be one at Barossa or Victor or something
like that.
Well,
I'd actually really like that. Like, I'd hate the idea of, from our point of view, the Crows being sent away to play somewhere. But I actually think that's a better way to do it.
Surely the showdown will be the headline of that round.
Well, they've released that they're not going to have the showdown.
Yep.
There goes that.
Because they're going to try and spread it out.
Exactly.
So because you got 2 SA teams, you want 2 games where you're going to get maximum
guaranteed
capacity.
50,000 capacity.
Yeah. That's a great point. Great point.
So,
I retract my previous statement.
But no, it would make any other festival or whatever, you think you open it with the big game that SA has to offer. But I actually now kind of do like the idea of the Crows playing in the Barossa and Port playing in the Riverland or something like that.
No, the Crows are going to play Adelaide Oval.
Okay.
And so the Port, and every member's going to get still free access to it or something.
I think it was all 9 games, any AFL or club member getting free.
Yeah.
But then they're going to send some other clubs to Renmark or to...
Yeah.
Okay.
They haven't announced that yet.
You'd imagine...
Gold Coast there.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Somewhere near the Victorian border or something, they just play the Bulldogs, so it's like Ballarat.
They're already in Ballarat.
Yeah.
See, my thought, I had like kind of conflicting thoughts to what you were saying, because I don't think they're going to have a problem getting people to go to the games. I think they're going to sell out like really quickly.
And I hope so.
Yeah,
I do hope so.
My line of thinking was that I would have liked to see it be played somewhere where, obviously footy is already huge in Adelaide, and I would have liked it to be played somewhere where they might attract some new fans, because I thought that was the point of it. Like play it in Sydney or Queensland where people might be like, oh, this is a big event that's happening. Let's go check it out. We may as well. But someone then pointed out to me the AFL like money, and I was like, yes.
Yes.
I forgot about money.
The risk would be huge if they did it in Queensland.
I think the initial thought was to do it in Sydney or somewhere.
Yeah.
But I think the government's sort of like selling point was make the first year great so that people come to the next one somewhere else.
Yeah. They could then try it in Tasmania or something like that. Something a bit more,
risky.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd honestly love to see if this does work, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I listen back to this in a year's time and go, man, I was just so wrong on this. But I'd love to get so big that A, there's a bidding process for it, and B, that maybe some places outside of Australia bid on it.
Oh, okay. So World Cup vibes is going to be corruption.
Yeah.
We're going to put it in some other country that doesn't have any fans for it.
Yeah, we end up playing in Bahrain.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. They've got no idea what the sport is, but like the AFL just get a dump truck of cash on their doorstep.
Oh, so like when Port went to China.
New Zealand. I'm thinking more like New Zealand or...
We've already played a game there.
A couple,
Yeah, St Kilda did, and it didn't work. So it's a terrible idea. However, I'm just going to say it anyway. This is the sort of carnival atmosphere that will, firstly, AFL fans go on a proper holiday. Victorians will drive to Adelaide and then drive back. But like, imagine knowing that you can see Carlton, Collingwood, and you get a trip to Christchurch or something. Something like that could be cool for the future. Anyway, that's... I'm shitting on the idea and then I'm saying how it could improve. I don't know where my head's at.
Yeah, I'm personally looking forward to going to like 6 games in that weekend. I was like you, being pretty negative about it last time, but I'm around it.
You coming around it?
Yeah.
Good.
I would have liked for it to be somewhere else, because I would have wanted to travel. Like if it was to Queensland or something, I would have loved to go to Queensland and just.
The Super Rugby are doing one next year in Melbourne.
Oh, let's go.
Well, my Elliot, who his team is playing right after my team on the Friday night. So we're fully just like, bugger it. We'll leave work early and go to both of those games and then fly home on the Saturday evening or something. Like,
yeah.
Well, that might work the other way around for this Magic Round or whatever they're going to call it. I don't know.
Well, they can't. Peter Malinowskis has already been in trouble for calling it Magic Round.
Oh, yeah. What are we going to call it? Isn't that the whole thing at the moment? What is it?
Yeah, I got no idea.
The Lightning Carnival.
It's the Lightning Premiership.
Bring that back.
AFLX.
Just call it the Ansett Cup. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got no idea. It'll end up being like insert sponsorship name.
Probably.
Round.
Round or something. Yeah. A mate of mine actually messaged me Lleyton and said, do you reckon the Crows and Power will do some sort of a heritage kit for it? Like celebrate South Australian footy.
So.
Yeah.
No, Port will just whinge that they can't win the prison. Wear the prison bars and then they'll wear their
They won't be creative and pick a different design. They only want to wear the prison bars.
That's it. It's our heritage. And then we rock up with like the state jumper. And that whole
Scott Thompson and Nigel Smiley.
All right. So, that's the Adelaide, what do you call it? Lightning round.
The Balfours Ansett Cup lightning round.
Well, if it's anything like this weekend, it's going to be a lightning round.
We've got some more news coming out of the Crows with rookies Jordan Butts and Kieran Strawn being elevated to the primary list. That's good and definitely about time for both of them.
I didn't even realise Butts was on the rookie list.
He deserves to get paid more for the work he's been doing.
It feels like he's been playing for years too, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Well, they've both been around for a while. I mean, Strawn more so in the sample, but he's been on the list for a long time. So good for them. Good on you. But then we have the bad news. We've got Paul Seedsman and Andrew McPherson being delisted, but we've committed to picking them back up in the rookie draft. So it's not all doom and gloom here. The reporters would have you think otherwise with the big headlines all Australian Paul Seedsman he's been delisted.
Yeah.
All Australian 1 year delisted. Oh, jeez, shut up.
It's fine. Read the rest of the article, Tom Brown. Can I? Yeah, I'm going to do it. We should get rid of the rookie list, not the Crows, like the league, the game, and players like Seedsman and McPherson should be allowed to be offered, basically just recontracted. and be told, look, Seedsman, we're going to give you one more deal, reduced pay rates, all the clauses are going to be around your concussion, and then you can come back in. But I hate this idea of effectively you have to sack the guys and then re-pick them up using a draft pick that we could use on someone else.
It's really silly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really understand what the point of the rookie list is anymore.
I think that for this specific scenario, it's just to make the right amount of list changes.
Yeah, it's just used as a loophole. That's all it is now. Like, it doesn't even make a difference really during the season.
No, really doesn't.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
But yeah, that'll be good to see them go and then see them come straight back in like a revolving door.
Do you reckon they even unpack their lockers?
They're technically delisted now. They can't be at the club.
Scrub the
Back
name
it up,
off.
boys.
Actually, I've got this image now of both of them like forlornly cleaning out their lockers and someone from upstairs running down going, no, we got good news.
All right, Paul, we need your access card. We'll get it back in a couple of weeks.
He just saw the headline and walked out.
Yeah, that's it. We promise to get you back in. Promise.
Oh, he's still got the credit card concussion.
God, I hope he comes good.
I hope so.
Anyway.
Next, we've got the chairman's update, new facility. Ben, you know things about this?
Yeah, so essentially there was a council meeting last week with the West Torrens Council, and they've given formal approval for the club to start the next stage of community consultation and developing their master plan for the site. So we'll soon see more detailed drawings and essentially what they want to do, and we'll hear more from the residents of Theverton, I'm sure, as we go through this process.
All right, so when do we start building?
Well, it's Adelaide, so 2033.
Yeah.
God, okay.
Estimated opening 2044.
So still sand dunes for a while.
Probably. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, we look forward to that. And while we're talking to Ben, you got a Beryl and Cecil a week for us?
I've got two barrels.
We don't have your music, but I can find some.
Yeah.
That's a good Beryl and Cecil.
We'll take it. So we'll start off with, we'll stick with the Seedsman news. So Fox Footy, as you made light mention to, they tweeted, from all Australian squad to delisted in 12 months, Paul Seedsman has been offered a lifeline as one of Adelaide's two axings.
Jesus.
Making it sound like we've just cut him.
Yeah, and someone else has picked them up.
In some small fairness to them, they probably have no idea. They probably genuinely don't know he's had concussion.
I don't know if that makes it better or makes it worse.
Way worse, but it's just easily explained.
Ignorance.
Yeah, it's just total ignorance.
Very true. And this one, not quite so good, from the Advertiser Sport, posting about the AFLW semi-final weekends. They started with, can anyone stop Emily Mariner?
Oh, God.
Not sure who that is, actually. But
Yeah. Jeez,
Does Noffy have a sister?
Stop, has she even started? I don't know. Like, who's this lady?
And what's she about to do?
yeah, so just a couple of, there could be Golden Toot of the Week nominations, really, both journalists.
Yeah.
Both of them are pretty bad.
Yeah, take your pick.
We need to bring that back, actually. Did we do much of that this season, the Golden Tour?
No, but I have
not
another
really.
one.
Oh, another one.
It's kind of weird. Kane Corns has sort of been behaving this year.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and he's been on SEN where very few of us actually listen. So
Good point.
So, lastly, another journalist.
Oh,
Reporter for The Age, Peter Ryan, during the AFLW game on the weekend, saying, bad call from the AFL to not play this Adelaide Collingwood game at Punt Road. We'd be watching some footy by now.
What?
At Punt Road, so back to back after the other game. It's our home ground advantage.
Yeah.
No.
That makes perfect sense.
Why didn't the AFL see the torrential downpour and storm coming? Come on.
My God, that's up there with Barrett ages ago saying just move the show down to Victoria.
It
really is.
So to let the Victorians see the showdown. They can't watch on TV.
No, I couldn't possibly.
No.
I compared him to my mate Tim Gossage. I reckon it's along the same line from when he was saying to play the grand final in Melbourne last year. So.
Brilliant.
Oh, God.
Great.
Next up, we've got National Inclusion Carnival Stars Tour West Lakes. Someone know something about this?
I'm looking at Lleyton because he wrote the run sheet.
Well, the Stars toured West Lakes and met Crows Place, which is good.
That
I
is
thought
good.
I thought we weren't going to have much to talk about this week, so I wrote it down.
Well, we don't want to talk about this.
I want to know what this actually is.
Yeah, who are these people? We're learning as we go. Inclusion Carnival, National Inclusion Carnival? What is that? Tell me more, Damon.
I'm going to have to Google it.
It's
I'm
a
sorry,
very
just give me a
inclusive
minute.
carnival that is a nationally.
So would this be like a disabilities cup or something like
Yeah,
that? Or
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Googling it. So other people talk. I'm going to...
Oh, no, it'll take ages. He's getting the tech box out.
Oh, no. He's plugging some things in.
Hold on, here comes a
He's-
Wi-Fi
he's-
router.
he's connecting to the Bluetooth.
Shut up. By a long way, I'm the oldest person at this table. So yes, this is going to take a while. Just let me just put my glasses on and adjust the
yes.
brightness.
Oh gosh, put it on night mode. In the meantime, we can talk about the AFLW have released a couple of squads, the All-Australian squad as well as the 22 under-22 squad.
Yeah.
So we had 3 players making it into the 22 under-22, which is very exciting. Ponta, who I didn't realise was that young.
I know. I thought she was older. No offense to her, but she's been playing for
yeah.
ages.
Yeah, it seems like she's been around. She's got so much, what's the word I'm looking for? She's
The presence.
Yeah. She's got a lot of presence.
Goal
about her.
sense, you know.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
she's 2-time premiership player.
Mm-hmm.
So started in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it feels like she's been around for ages.
wow.
She is 22 as of January, so that could be a little bit controversial.
Oh, wow.
22 under 22.
Except not under 22.
Except
Yeah.
equal. Yeah.
Is it equal
to or
As of,
below?
as of the 1st of January, I'm going to assume that the stipulation is.
It'd be
Yeah.
a birthday thing. It'd be where your birthday...
Yeah. She's the 8th of January, so didn't give herself much time. But
No.
The 2022 Toyota AFL National Inclusion Carnival in the Barossa Valley concluded on Thursday with host state South Australia winning its first ever Div 1 title in a thrilling fashion, defeating Victoria Metro by 5 points in the grand final.
tell you that, you
Yeah.
Vix.
So they would have been, and yeah, it is for players with intellectual disabilities. So they were touring West Lakes and meeting the stars and things like that. There you go. Lleyton, I just did your
Beautiful.
research
Yeah.
for you.
That is very wholesome.
It is,
I'm
indeed.
glad that was on the run sheet and
Yeah.
none of us knew what it was. And now we do, so we're learning.
Yeah.
Newman and Ballard, the other two, who are, very well-deserved
Yeah.
inclusions into that 22, under 22. We all know I've enjoyed Ballard's year this year. So. And then we had 4 Crows making it into the All-Australian squad. Is that a squad of 40? Is that what they...
Yeah.
Assuming,
I
yeah.
assume
Yeah.
it's the same as AFL, but it might be less because there are less people in the team. So it might be like 32
Okay, yeah.
because there's
Oh, right.
16
Yeah,
people on
yeah.
the field or something.
Yeah. So we've had obviously Noffy, Hatchie, and Randall, but
Yeah, the obvious
Bedell.
ones.
Bedell was
Yeah.
a really
First timer.
good,
Yeah, so
and it's
Well deserved.
really, well deserved, and good to see her get that accolade because sometimes players in those sorts of positions sort of get overlooked, but it's
How many
good to
games
see.
did Randall play this year?
She,
I don't know.
Not a lot. Enough. Yeah.
I think she missed the last 3 of the
Yeah.
regular
Okay.
season, so she would have still played 7.
Yeah, got injured against Brisbane late
Just
in the season.
in my head, she's made All-Australian on 4 games. in my head, she's not played enough and she's made it through. But that is testament to how good she was.
Yeah, definitely still deserved. So well done to them, and I guess they'll be releasing the 22 or whatever it is in
Yeah.
women's. I guess they'll be releasing that
The
soon.
final
So
team.
yeah, so we'll keep our eye out and see who makes it. I think Noffy and Hatchard have to make it at the very least, but
Was that Emily or
we'll see
Ebony?
what happens. Yeah, good point. They'll both get in.
Oh, God.
I'll throw over to Damon for the draft preview.
Yeah.
Yes. So
More finding news. I've just added this to the run sheet.
no, it's okay. Stop me if I go for too long on this because there's really not much to say. I'm working on a draft spotlight coming up this week. Things have been hectic. But suffice to say, Adelaide goes into this draft with picks 46, 56, and 59. The draft
Oh,
is...
those are great picks.
Oh, mate, you're giddy with excitement over what Adelaide's draft is going to look like.
I mean, we picked up a Rory Sloane with a...
Yeah, we picked up
See,
Rory
48.
Laird was 46 or something.
Yeah, so it's not unheard of.
Yeah.
It could happen. No, I mean, we will be picking up Michael Annie, Backman. He's probably got another 2 inches to grow yet, they reckon, father-son.
We haven't nominated Keeler, I saw during the week as well.
No, which is a whole thing because he was
The
touted
whole
to-
thing. Oh.
Well, he was, mate. He was touted to be a top 5 pick a little while
Yeah.
ago in his under-17s year. So whatever's gone wrong with him is gone bad.
We don't want him.
No, they don't want him. Or they think they can let him slide all the way down to pick 59, which would be mad. But anyway, the draft's going to be held over 2 days in November. That's the 28th and the 29th. And then the preseason and rookie drafts will be held on November 30. And if you want to know the difference between a preseason and a rookie draft, don't ask me.
It's a good analysis there.
Yeah, I'm meant to be the draft expert at the table, and I'll be honest, the preseason one just sort of comes and goes, and I never know what
But there might be another Nick Gill getting drafted.
Who knows?
Exactly.
Who
You
knows?
just never
You got
know.
to keep your eye on it.
Exactly.
It's all right. Every year in the draft, I always ask the same question about the, like the points and what that all means. And then someone explains it to me and I go, okay. And then next year I'm like,
forgotten.
wait, what does that mean again?
Because it pushes some important information out of your head for a little bit, and then you got to push
Exactly.
something else out to bring it back in.
I know. Yeah. Just once a year, I need to remember how that all works.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it comes up on the night, we'll tell you.
Thanks. And I'll remember it for at least a day.
No.
And then some breaking news that only came out. It was this morning, wasn't it?
Cue the music.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
The news music,
Yeah.
classic. An umpire investigated over Brownlow medal gambling.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
Pretty crazy.
yeah, so it looks like an AFL umpire is one of 4 people to have been arrested
Oh.
in relation to an investigation into suspicious betting activity linked to the Brownlow medal. So the Victoria Police Sporting Integrity Intelligence Unit.
Yep.
That's a mouthful, isn't it? Investigation relates to the release of the Brownlow medal voting tallies from matches during the 2022 season.
For anyone following Benny in the bets, don't worry, they won't be after you.
Oh my God. It was Ben all along. No, Ben's bets are too crap. So
Exactly. There's no
had
danger.
any inside info.
No, the guys who've been arrested have been following Benny Mets all year.
And then they won. And then, hang on.
So basically, long story short, this umpire has allegedly released some information that has led to people betting on the Brownlow medal based on
Yeah.
what he has told them, and that is bad.
Yeah.
That
So
is really bad.
apparently had some information on specific round voting where who would get 3, 2, and 1. So on the night, there were markets for, will player X get 3 votes in round, blah, blah, blah. Sounds like he might have let a few of those slip. And
So I assume that's when he's voted on the rounds that he knows, or he's just been talking to other umpires. It just seems, dodgy and weird that the police found out and not the AFL. Like the AFL doesn't really know anything about it, which is, I think, concerning.
No, I actually think this is better. Because if it's the AFL, we've seen it over recent times with scandals where they just sort of bury it for a couple of weeks, wait for their own report, then it comes out organically, and the AFL go, well, we were going to release it. When we had all our ducks in a row, we were going to, no, go straight to the cops, because this could affect whole industries. This could affect the entire betting landscape.
yeah.
They may have to, I'm just thinking worst case scenario, cancel all the betting on the Brownlow, because you just don't know who's got tainted information or not.
Yeah.
So this is a big, big deal.
And I think so. Companies like Sportsbet and Tab and all that have people on the back end who monitor bets going in. And obviously, someone's chucked 50 grand on someone to get 3 votes and they're like 8 votes or
Raises an
something like that.
alarm.
Yeah, that's a bit odd.
Yeah.
So I guess also that's probably, so that would be how they caught them out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I was thinking how did that, and it's happened like this late, but like you said, it might have just been that it was they're getting their ducks in a row before they start releasing anything. But it just seems like a odd amount of time since the Brownlow needs to start coming out.
Yeah.
But
God,
I guess we will see how that develops. But as you say, there might be some ongoing fallout from this. So watch this space. Well, probably not this space because we're not great reporters, but watch some more.
When we hear something,
journalistic
you will hear
space.
something.
A week later.
Yeah, that's it.
And we have a podcast team AFL Nines update. We had a win in the sense of not an actual win. We lost. we lost last week by 70 points. But we had a win in the fact that it was the first time one of the podcast hosts played again this season. So I was there. Didn't do much, but I was there.
Nice.
And it was the first game where an actual Crow supporter kicked a goal.
Hey, look at that.
Thank you very much, Sam Curtis, Patreon and friend of the show, for kicking
We were
a goal.
going in trouble. It was going through the whole season where only the 2 pairs on a pod kicked goals.
Yeah. We were in deep trouble. So tomorrow we play again, and both pairs on the pod guys will be there.
Oh.
So we'll see how much they push the tally up for Port supporters kicking goals in the Crowject team. Please, if any Crows supporters, Crowject supporters, anyone that's not a Port supporter, please, if you can kick a footy, come play. So that
When are the
we
games? The games on Tuesdays.
Tuesday
Yeah,
nights.
that rules me out.
Ah,
Yeah.
boo. Damon out for the season with
Work.
Prior commitments. So yeah, let's see how we go. We were going through our fixture, much like the AFLW, the AFL 9's fixtures, just complete shambles. And in the fact where there's 24-ish teams, but you only play 9 or 10 games, and we've managed to play all of the top teams. So we're going through the fixture with the organizer, and every single team he was like, oh God, no. So apparently this game tomorrow we have no chance of winning. So
not with an attitude like that.
No, exactly. You've lost this game in your mind already.
Exactly. Well, it's nice of him to tell us that last week. Oh, you're going to get flogged. Oh, great. Thanks. We're looking forward to it now. So everyone give your best wishes to the Nick Gills.
And present thoughts.
Prayers up.
Thank you so much. Everyone send us your prayers. Anything else that anyone has?
Before we head off, it'd be rude of me not to touch on Benny and the bets, considering I had winners last week.
Oh,
it would be rude.
I didn't put on the run sheet. This was not expected.
It doesn't happen often, and it may not happen again. But the multi I gave last week for the AFLW, Crows to win by more than 9.5 and North to win 1-39 got up for $3.50, which was nice. This week, like I said before, I like North to win, but they're giving us an 11.5 line, so we'll take that. And then a little multi. Sportsbet have decided to add disposal markets into their markets for the games, which is cool. So we will go Hatchard 20, Apont to goal, and Brisbane to win for $3. And lastly, just a little bit of sizzle as we head towards the other football World Cup, which starts, I think, on the 21st or something of this month. I'll try and do daily picks for it. I probably won't end up doing daily picks for it, but there'll be a few through the time. Day one, we will have England to beat Iran -1, Ecuador to beat Qatar, the host nation, which I'm sure will go down incredibly well, and the Netherlands to beat Senegal with Sadio Mane, one of Damon's, well, probably a painful name to hear for you now that he's moved over to Bayern. But
no, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
All right. Well, he's under an injury cloud, so he may not play. So I think the Netherlands will win and put those three together for $7.05, and you have yourself a nice start to the World Cup.
Hopefully.
Any advice given is not to be relied on.
Little asterisks next to that.
And as always, please gamble responsibly.
Indeed.
All right. No one else has anything else to add? We've managed to pad quite a lot for a week where not a whole lot happened. So thanks for listening. And thank you very much to our sponsors, Trojan Aluminium, Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini, with the new store opening soon, 229 Green Hill Road. Please check it out. Thank you very much to our Patreons. You can sign up at patreon.com/Crowject. Grab some merch at crowject.bigcartel.com. And we will chat to you next week after hopefully a winning
in the grand final.
prelim.
Are we?
So thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lleyton.
Thank you.
Thanks, Damon.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I've been Elodie. I still am Elodie. Go Crom.
Go Crom.